Hello, everybody. It's David Knight at the OK Boomer Show, and we're going to discuss red lights and green lights today. Hey, everybody. I guess we're all thinking about this COVID-19 coronavirus as we kind of navigate our lives in a very different state than we have ever before. So, as you know, I'm the boomer generation, and so that goes back to like pre-1964. And I do believe that we now are talking about the new C generation, so those that are kind of born during this period of the coronavirus. I was thinking pretty heavily over the last 24 hours what to talk about, and I just figured, like, let's just think about sitting in your car at a intersection, and you look up and you're looking at the traffic lights, right? And so, are you seeing a red light or a green light? And to me, I thought that was pretty interesting because you're either stopped and frozen, right, with this coronavirus around you, or you're positive and moving forward. And I would just suggest to everybody that now is the time to really see green lights, right? So think about what you can do either on a personal front or a business front to really hit that green light. Sure, it's a different world. We're probably traveling at a different speed. We might be traveling down a different road. But the important thing is to kind of move forward. So when I think about it from a business context here at Pin Business Network, we deal with a lot of clients, we deal with restaurants, we deal with auto dealers, but really it's time to hit that green light. Being paralyzed, being confused, stopping everything really is not the way you should be thinking about your business. So let's talk about the restaurants. So restaurants, some have shut, some have kind of given up, waiting for, the storm clouds to clear. And others are aggressively pivoting, changing their business model, doing takeaway, doing curbside pickup. They've even changed the legislation that restaurants can now, contrary to previous alcohol laws, they can sell alcohol, they can serve mixed margaritas, etc., as people come to pick up takeaway. So that's a really great example of how people are thinking differently, how people are moving forward and not being paralyzed. And, at OCN Eats, the team there has put together a website that pulls together all the restaurants here in Colorado that are open, and so consumers can go to them, click on, put in their postcode, find a restaurant that either has curbside pickup, takeaway, or delivery, and support their local restaurants. It's important that we obviously continue to eat. It's important that we support our local restaurants, and we work together to really kind of move forward and, survive what looks like another 2, 4, 6, 10 weeks of, some of the impact here of the coronavirus. So, again, if you're in business, if you're thinking about, what to do next, then, sit back, reflect, look at your business model, find opportunities. That old saying, there's always a silver lining in every cloud. But this is the time to really look, understand your team, understand your business, understand your clients, understand your revenue model, and really try and find a way, find ways through it. There is no doubt that, this time is going to be over, and we can debate whether that's, this month, next month, 2 months away, but it is going to be over. I think it's also important that you realize that the world is going to be a different place, right? Social norms are going to be different. There's going to be a change in the culture here. And now is the time to think about that and address some of those issues and really capture those opportunities. So when you're thinking about, a business model, whether it's a retail model that's been shut down, whether it's a membership model such as, gyms or yoga centers, really think about, preparing to open those doors because they will be open at some point. And then how do you fast track getting back to, ideally, not only normal business levels pre, the coronavirus, but, accelerated, revenue models, full of memberships, full of yoga studios. People are going to want to get back to some form of normalcy sooner than later. So, I've moved here to Colorado recently. I signed up at Core Power Yoga. I went to a number of classes, loved it, was kind of shattered when it's like, okay, so there's my kind of, self-indulgence, meditation moment, fitness moment gone away. And when you look at some of these models, they're now offering either free online kind of yoga classes, or at least some minor subscription model where you can literally join in at home through your computer, through your TV, a yoga class. So again, people are getting highly creative with how they can, bring their business or sustain their business, sustain their customer relationships during this time. I was talking to somebody the other day. They said, this person's normally a glass half empty person, and now they're thinking about life as a glass fully empty, right? Which is a really sad way to think about. If somebody is not looking for opportunity, if somebody is negative, it's very easy to spiral down to like absolute negativity, right? That this is, an era or a time where the worst is yet to come, and poor me, chicken lick, and the sky is falling. But I would ask you all to sit back and think about what are the positive sides of, of this change in our lives, right? What can we do as individuals and teams to not only survive but thrive during these times? So if you have a business and you're sitting there and, you're working from home, right, then start to really think about and imagine the day that your business is open, right? What does it look like the first day that those doors are open, right? Think about it as a competitive standpoint. What could you be doing now to make sure, new consumers, your old consumers are coming back, they're aware that you're open and you're offering them, either different services, because again, culturally, people are going to be concerned, right, about what they just went through. So social distancing, never heard those two words put together before, this came around, but people are going to need assurance that they're back into a safe environment. So thinking about what other services that you can do, what communication channels you need to open up to really assure consumers that, business is back, maybe at a different level, maybe at a different normalcy, but we're really going to need to get our head around that. Those that have teams, they're working virtually. Again, how do you reach out on a regular basis? How do you get that, connection without, contact? So in these forms of isolation, are you calling your teams? Are you having Zoom conference calls? Are you getting everybody together virtually to really kind of discuss these issues, discuss these opportunities? So again, I really like that analogy of red light, green light. Are you stopped? Are you paralyzed? Ask yourself, what are you waiting for, right? Again, think about the future, think about the positive state when, your business is back in green light. And my suggestion to you is really get that green light on in your head now. It's time to go. It's time to move forward. It's time to be creative. It's time to put your arms around your teams, right, and really plan for the future. Seldom have we ever had this opportunity to either self-reflect, rethink our businesses, because we get caught in that daily rut of this is how we do it, this is our business model, it's successful. Well, now you have the opportunity to really rethink that. It may change you 180 degrees, it may just change you 10 degrees, but be prepared for change. When you get back to your daily lives, your daily businesses, it is not going to be the same. Think about it as a better state, right? Where you have more opportunity to engage with more consumers. People are going to be yearning for stronger relationships. They've been in isolation for a period of time now, right? We're all going a little bit stir crazy. We're looking for confidence. We're looking for confidence in our leadership. We're looking for confidence in our local businesses. We're looking for confidence everywhere that we can find it. So the question I ask you is, are you going to be the person, right, that assures people that things are going to be better? Are you the person that is actually driving forward with positive messages? Are you the person that people are turning to, right, to help them through this process, right? Are you the person that's going to come through this and really more than survive but thrive? Are you going to be a better person, have a stronger business? I'm confident here at Pin Business Network. We have a great team. It's actually getting stronger through this process. We're learning to communicate differently. We're learning to brainstorm, different ideas. We're getting very innovative. And importantly, we're reaching out to our current clients and new clients, as we go through this process. So again, always wanted to be positive, always had a mantra that I surround myself with positive people. That's really true in these times. And, if you're coming across friends, family, colleagues that are, in that half glass full or in that stoplight where they're just paralyzed, then it's your job, your responsibility to hit the green light, get them moving. So, hey, short and sweet for this week. I think it's a really important message. I'd love you to share this out. I'd love you to hit the subscribe button, but be positive, right? Whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, right? However long it is, every day, get up, be positive, look for that change, and just think about that green light. It's time to move. So till next time, David Knight signing out for the OK Boomer Show. So go get 'em.